Hello, thank you for tuning into From Darkness to Light. My name is Shawnee and I will be your host. If you are a Cancer, this reading can be for you. Cancers, let's begin. We got twin flame energy showing up here. For those of you who understand the twin flame journey, okay, this is for you, collective. For those of you who do not and you want some information on it, feel free to Google it. It's a real thing. Yes, it is a real thing. People will tell you that it's not. But it is a real thing, okay, pertaining to the spiritual world. It is a connection that defies all logic. Now, that's all I'm going to say about that. For those of you who don't understand the twin flame journey, again, get the information that you need on it. Don't get stuck on it. I can't stress that to you enough. Do not get stuck on it. Read what you need to read and let it go, okay? So, Cancer, this is about you and your other half, all right? Third party situations interfering with this connection as it's supposed to. You know, this journey is about lessons being learned, overcoming situations, okay? Third party might be obsessed, jealous, trying to block, stop this union, okay? It's just too much craziness. It's too much craziness when these twin flame cards come out, okay? Cancer. So basically, long story short, because I don't want to confuse you, yeah, third party interference here with between you and your twin. You have someone here who may be obsessed, and keep in mind, Cancer, it could be you, it could be them, whatever the case may be in this situation, all right? The trick to this is to be easy, okay? I know it's hard to do and easier said than done. Be easy, because I'm going to tell you like this. The harder you push, the harder you fight for your person to realize, to recognize who you are to them, what you mean to them, and vice versa, the more they're going to pull away. You got to allow things to flow in the direction that it's going to flow in. Remember, in this journey, there are lessons upon lessons upon lessons that need to be learned, healed, and completed before the two of you can actually be together in peace and harmony, okay? Now, for some of you, you may be already with your twin, possibly, okay? You may already be with your twin and there's third party interference. Them keeping contact, reaching out, them trying to get, and you know what? It happens because sometimes, a lot of times, your person go off and they create another life before they realize who you are, before their physical self realize who you are. Their spiritual self already know. But if they're not awakened to their spiritual self, then they're just going to ignore that. They're just going to ignore that, period, okay? And for some of you, you may still be in that phase. You may still be in that stage. That's why you have to allow time to do its thing. Allow the universe to do its thing. If it's meant for the two of you to be together in this timeline, then it will happen. If it's not for this timeline, then no matter what you do, it's still going to be conflict, it's still going to be problems, and y'all still won't be together. So be easy. That you have to be easy with this situation. Third party interference going on. It is what it is. It is what it is. Okay? If your person is still entertaining, and I don't want to hear nothing about nobody having any sex addictions, any this, that, and the third, and the other person, the third party, no, and that's why I don't want it. None of that. None of that. Everybody is responsible for their own actions. Period. Period. That's a fluke. Period. Everybody is responsible for their own actions. Part of this journey is having self-control. If you don't have none, it's time to learn it. That's one thing or another that you need to work on. You, them, they, whatever. Okay, so just like Cancer, what I'm trying to say is it is what it is. Don't allow this to stress you out. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Look at that. You don't need closure. You need a nap, a snack, and someone hotter. Stop rereading the texts and fantasizing a reunion. Closure is overrated. Let karma handle it. You've got better things to do, like thrive. I know that's right. Listen here. At the bottom of the deck, if their ex is still in the group chat, basically if their ex is still in the loop, so are your chances of peace. You're dating them, not their past, yet here you are watching reruns with the whole ex cast, basically ex-girlfriends, boyfriends, whatever. Get out before it turns into another sequel. You know, we're going to lay that right down there next to that one. Let's see what your tarot is talking about here, Cancer. Two of Cups, a connection. That's what that is, a connection. There's some regrets here, some remorse, some sorrow at the bottom of the deck. I feel like it's hidden. Let me grab all those that just fell out, Cancer. Give me a moment. I guess that's how crazy the energy been lately. Cards just been falling all over the floor. Alright, let's see what else comes up for you here, Cancer. Two came out, the Hangman and the Ten of Cups. Okay. Surrender, holding on. Someone might be afraid to let go. It's you know what, see, and this is what I'm talking about. So with the Hangman and the Ten of Cups coming up here, please, this twin flame journey, this energy just be stressing me out. Okay, so somebody is holding on to that ideal, that Ten of Cups energy, that happily ever after. But with the Hangman coming up attached to it, Spirit is telling you to surrender. You have to surrender. And that's exactly what I was telling you earlier. Allow things to go how they are going to go. And I know it's, again, easier said than done, but you have to surrender. The more, again, that you hold on to it, you try to keep it, and you know, just the more they pull away. The more they pull away, you have to allow time to heal them. You have to allow time to heal them. And yeah, you have somebody here who's holding on to that wish of that happily ever after. You know, the kids, the family, the being together as one. You gotta surrender. That's that Hangman energy. You gotta let go. You gotta let things flow as they're going to. We have the Five of Wands, struggle, conflict, and one more fell on the floor. Let me grab that. I'll tell you, the energy is all over the place this week. Yeah. So you have the High Priestess and the Five of Wands coming out together. This basically says you know that it's going to be, you know that it's going to be a fight. You know that it's going to be an argument. You know that it's going to be a battle. You know that it's going to be conflict, struggle, strife. You just like use your intuition. Use your intuition. There's going to be heartbreak, Three of Swords. There's going to be regret, Five of Cups. There's going to be abandonment, Five of Pentacles, and loss regarding this situation. And I feel like Spirit is letting you know ahead of time that it is what it's going to be. And that's why they're telling you to surrender to it. It's all like with this twin flame journey, it's always one might be ready and the other one is not. And then it could be the concept of you thinking you're ready, but you're really not. Because at the end of the day, when the both of you are vibrating on the same level or close to it, then that is when the two of you will be drawn back together. And it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of work on their end. It takes a lot of work on your end. And there's always one who's always fighting the journey. They're fighting the journey. They just don't want to do the work. Don't want to do what needs to be done. And you're sitting back like, well, I've done the work. I've done everything I was supposed to do. Why this, that, and the third? Because they're not ready. Because they're not ready. And it's not something that you can force. That's why Spirit is telling you to surrender. The universe already knows what it is that you want. They already know what it is that you want. You have to surrender. Let it go. And it will gravitate back to you. Healed, better, stronger. It will gravitate back to you. But you have to surrender. And in that surrender, you're supposed to be taking that time to work on yourself, rebuild yourself, better yourself. You're supposed to be working on your growth. Your growth. Allow this, like, Cancer, it's hard to say because I know it's a pain for you. I know. But what can you do? That's why I said, yeah, heartache, regret, pain, loss, abandonment, somebody's being left out, and all this energy, because work still needs to be done. Work still needs to be done. You're meant to move on and go on with your life as this is unfolding and going on in the background. You'll never be off this journey. I don't care how tired you get and you throw your hands up and, oh, I'm done, and you'll never be off this journey. Once a twin, always a twin. It's just that as life progresses, as you move forward, you move on and you learn and you grow, that's your preparation for the future. That's your preparation for the next timeline. So you won't have to deal with the same stresses, struggles, conflict, challenges that you had to deal with in this timeline. You need time to grow. And the longer it takes for you to surrender, for you to let go, the longer it's going to take to get there. So you have to find that within you. You have to find that strength to let it go. And, you know, it is what it is. I have cards in this deck that says this is not your twin. So if we weren't talking about your twin, then that would have come out. Period. Period. This is your twin. They're just not ready for you yet. And vice versa. For those of you that actually needed confirmation, this is your twin. They're just not ready for you yet. And then we have choose wisely. There's a decision here that needs to be made, and you know it. Spirit is saying choose wisely. Every choice matters. Choose with intention, and your future will align with your soul's purpose. Let's get another one out here for you, Cancer. Heal the attachment wound. That's why they're saying surrender. That's why I told you earlier, I see what it is. You're holding on to this happily ever after. To this, the two of you being together, raising a family, whatever the case may be. And all is all in well. That's what you're holding on to. I get it. I get it, Cancer. But you got to let it go. This is attachment. And this is a part of this twin flame journey. You have to heal that. You have to be willing to let it go. And not only just be willing to let it go, you have to be okay with it if it doesn't come back to you. And that's not nothing, that's not anything that can be tricked or traded or anything like that, because God is always watching. The universe always knows. It's not something that you can just say, oh, I've healed. No, they will know whether or not you healed. Anybody else doesn't have to know. But they will know. They're always watching, period. So they're telling you to heal the attachment wound. Your worth, your worth is not tied to being needed. Let go of proving your value. Just be. See, it's for some of you, you're in that energy, that pick me energy, when your twin is looking at everything else and that's not a reflection of you. That's a reflection of them. They need to heal, and you need to give them space and time to allow that to happen. Or this is always going to be the situation. Always going to be the situation, Cancer. So you have a choice to make. At the bottom of the deck, we have face what you've avoided. Cancer, that's what I have for you, and I hope it helped. I'll see you next time.